Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the South. More specifically, we are in Virginia. And remember, Virginia is for lovers. But I need to be in Florida tomorrow. We're going down to Florida for the IAAPA trade show, the theme park trade show, one of my favorite events of the year, where all the theme park related companies, the roller coaster companies, the animatronic companies, and everything you could imagine involving the theme park industry, they all meet together. It's one of my favorite things to attend, see what is coming, see what we'll be experiencing in theme parks in the near future. But I am in Virginia today, and many of you are wondering, if I was on my way to Florida, why did I come up here to Virginia? And I actually came up here to Virginia to be able to go down to Florida. Now you see, 2025, the year of planes, trains, and automobiles here on the Carpetbagger channel. We have all year long been doing massive road trips in automobiles up and down the east and west coast. We have been on planes, traveled to Alaska, to Hawaii for the first time this year. Did a bunch of train trips at the beginning of the year going out west, variety of different trains to the western United States. But I think today, for the first time, we're going to combine automobiles and trains. And we're headed to Lorton, Virginia, which is the only place, one of two places in the United States where you can put your car on a train. It is the only auto rail in the United States connecting Lorton, Virginia, which is just south of Washington, D.C., all the way down to Sanford, Florida, which is in the central Florida area. So my grand plan was to come up here, do a few things in Virginia, and then hop aboard the auto train, the Amtrak auto train, and getting us to Florida. I'm running on time now, but I almost didn't. I realized I'm supposed to show up early to get my car on the actual train. So we're gonna head over to Lorton now, get my car on a train, and ride down to Florida. So please follow me. All right, Rosebud, you ready for your first train ride? I mean, technically, I guess Rosebud could have rode on a train before I purchased her. When they manufacture cars, they possibly put them on trains. But I guess this will be the first time that Rosebud's been on a passenger train. And we have arrived at the auto train. Alright, it says Form 2 line, secure your valuables. Check-in is at 11:30 a.m. It's about noon right now. Last vehicle accepted at 2:30. No exceptions. Yeah, a lot of other people here in line. I'm not sure how many cars this train holds. Okay, pulling up on the booth here. I really have no idea what the whole check-in process involves. All right, the gentleman put a magnet on the side of my car. Told me to go to lane 4. Okay, so all the cars will line up here. I guess they're going to load them onto the train. It said leave the car here, the keys in it, and with the window down. So grab my luggage and head into the station. Okay, so back here is the train cars that they are filling with automobiles. Yeah, apparently they do this for you. I'm happy. I was worried about having to drive a car into a train. Oh, here they go. car over there. You can see they have the ramps up there. They're loading the top portions. It's like a double stack train car full of automobiles. Now the parade of cars. Oh, these guys over here let them know where to take the cars. The automobiles go into the train cars. Cars into cars. Take a look here inside the station. Got quite a few people here riding the auto train today. I guess not everyone, you don't have to have a car, because I did have to pay extra to add the car. And then look at this, these cool vintage posters. I love these. This auto train, Orlando, Florida to Washington, D.C. Those aren't the exact towns, but those are the big metro areas. Have a little news and cafe area in here. Wonder if they have any auto train souvenirs. Oh, they do. It says all aboard the auto train there, Lorton, Virginia. The pink hoodie there. Oh, look at this. It's hard to find merchandise associated with individual trains, but the auto train has its own shirts here. I like this. They also have this design here that has the Amtrak train on the front. If they have any of these in my size or not. But I do like the red. Yeah, I found a 2X. I think I'm gonna get this. I wrote all the other named trains out west, and I could not find a single T-shirt for any of them. But they do have an auto train shirt. Some other souvenirs here for the Washington D.C. area. Heard they're opening the government back up. That's a positive, at least. Oh, what's this snow globe there? It's like an eagle next to the Capitol building. Yeah, Honest Abe. The I Love DC. Does anyone love DC? Virginia is for lovers. And that is a really cool Amtrak coffee cup. I don't drink coffee, otherwise I would buy that in a second. By the register here, they have a couple different books about the auto train. Honestly, I don't know a lot about the history of the auto train. Oh yeah, so auto train magnets with that cool vintage poster, some postcards. There's some stickers here. Says, "Hey there, train wreck. This isn't your station." Let's not talk about train wrecks right now. Now, the cafe is basically ramen noodles and a microwave. I guess we go over here and check in and see about getting on the train. Okay, we checked in. We're going to be having dinner in my room at 8:30, and I'm really excited about this. They do not have the dreaded flex menu. They have this is the full Amtrak menu. I'm really excited to get to have some of my old favorite Amtrak meals for dinner. Probably going with the flat iron steak. That's kind of the go-to. And so we got about a couple hours until we board the train. So I guess I'll be kind of just sitting here waiting. Actually came out here to take a peek at the train. This is a long train. There is a lot of passenger cars and a lot of car cars as well. And this is the Superliner, the double stack train that the Amtrak uses. I wasn't sure because I know that some of the eastern trains use something called a Viewliner, which is a one-story train, but the auto train is 2 stories. Still getting these cars loaded up into the train. Oh, look at this. Here's some fun facts about the auto train. Amtrak has provided this service since 1983. It is the longest passenger train in the world. Oh my gosh, I did not know that. I was thinking this is definitely the longest I've been on, but in the entire world, over 3/4 of a mile, 18 passenger cars, 33 auto carriers, and 2 engines. Oh my goodness. It can carry 650 passengers and 330 automobiles on a full train. So yeah, today almost ended up as a disaster. Luckily, it did not. The train leaves at 4, so I was thinking, okay, so you got to be there. Most of the trains just got to be there before when train leaves at 4, so you got to be on the train. You want to show up early. I'd probably show up an hour early. Probably get here around 3. For some reason I wasn't thinking. Obviously we got to load the cars. This is a more involved process. I didn't even think about like loading the cars onto the train. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, you have to be here. Your car has to be on the train by 2:30. So I would have missed that cutoff if I hadn't figured out that I needed to be here. Actually, I woke up this morning about 8 o'clock. Just had to, you wake up early, you have to go to the bathroom, something like that. I was gonna go back to bed. Checked my phone just because I was up, and I was like, oh, it said I got an email. It said boarding starts at 11 until 2:30. I'm like, oh, I should probably leave. So I need to get my car on the train. So I just got ready, headed out the door, and drove straight here. I actually showed up a couple hours early, but it just freaked me out that I was like, oh yeah, we got to get the cars on the train. We can't be dilly-dallying here. We got to get here with plenty of time. So fortunately, I woke up early. I saw that email and got my car over here. And my car's not over there. So actually, my car is on the train. I'm not on the train yet, but my car is in one of these train cars. Yeah, I was wondering, like, do we drive them on ourselves? Like on a ferry boat, you drive your own car onto the ferry. You could stay in your car. I was even wondering, I'm like, what can I like walk back to my car and get things out of my car while we're on the train? No, they kind of lock them up here, and I think that's probably for the best. Also, I think it's best that they drive the cars and get them on, so I wouldn't mess it up. I couldn't figure out a way to mess it up. Yeah, so I saw these trailers where they were putting the cars on, but these are actually much longer. So this isn't just one trailer, one train car. This is multiple train cars right here. I forget how many the sign said they have, but you can see there. Yeah, they have. So these would connect here, so they can actually just drive a car all the way from there, all the way down to the end there to store it. I don't see a sightseer lounge like the viewing cars they have on the Amtraks. I walked down here. I wanted to see the engine, the locomotive, but it's not hooked to the train yet. You can see the locomotive over there. They just gonna have one? Can that locomotive pull all these cars? Can this one pull the longest passenger train in the world? You can see the backs here that have the cars parked. Oh, it does look like there's another locomotive over there. So the train really needs to be put together. You gotta load all the cars in there, and then you got to attach the locomotives to the train. You got to attach the passengers to this train. So they really have to. They load it up, and then I guess they're gonna put it all together before we go. I wonder what they would tell me if I asked if I could get something out of my car. Now, one of the good things about the auto train is you actually have your whole car to basically use as a giant suitcase. Anything you want to bring with you, you can just throw in your car. All you need to bring is stuff that you would use on the train. So I got my backpack. I've had this backpack literally forever. I think I've had this probably 6-7 years now. I got it from my laptop, and didn't really carry my laptop and all my electronic junk in there. And this, believe it or not, this is the first trip for this this new suitcase. My other suitcase I've had probably for 5 years. I just had to retire it recently because it was getting ripped. It was getting all torn right here from just overuse. This was all rickety. The wheels were kind of funky. So I'm actually really sad because I literally lived out of that suitcase for at least 4 years. Just having, taking, I never took things out. Even when I was at home, I lived out of the suitcase. So 4 years out of the same suitcase, and I had to make a transition. This is a better suitcase, obviously. It's newer, fresher, but man, I was so sad some ways. Jen asked me if she wanted me to throw it in the garbage, and I told her, because I just, she called me up, asked, "Oh, is this for garbage? You want me to throw this away?" And I was like, it was, but I was like, actually, just save it for now. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but just save it for now. I'm so excited to be back on an Amtrak train. I'm so excited I can't even sit down and wait. Yeah, I notice here in the station they have these palm trees lining the walls, and then a kind of a abstract sun. I think this is kind of invoking Florida, the sun and palm trees, because this train only makes one stop, and it is in Florida. So everyone in this room headed from Virginia to Florida. I'm all excited seeing the palm trees and sun. All right, looks like we're going to be boarding here in just a few minutes. All right, let's find our car. We are in 5344, which is actually just this first car right out the door.
Heel right. Take
right.
a look at your dinner menu for me. Number 2, make a left, top of the steps, and make a right.
All right, we're up here on the top of the train. All right, we are room number 10. Let's see where we are. And right here at the end. And it is great to be back on a train. Room looks nice, clean. Oh yeah. Got my water bottles there. Oh, this one's warm. That's hot water because it's sitting on the radiator. I got my luggage up here on the top bunk. Gonna close that. Oh, it has been too long since I have been on a train. Did a lot of Amtrak traveling beginning of the year. Then we moved into the automobile and train portion of the year. So yeah, first part of the year did a bunch of big Western train routes, and then of course went to Hawaii, Alaska on plane. Did the 2 road trips, one Highway 1, actually did buoy to buoy from the highest northernmost point in the United States. Then from there took Route 1 down to Key West, and then did Highway 1 and 101 up the each coast. I got the pins here, Highway 1 pin, then 101, and California 1 there on my hat. But this year begun with trains, and so happy to be back on a train. Definitely plans for more train trips in the future. Stay tuned. But wow, one train. If you look out the window, you can see they have pulled up the auto cars next to us. I don't know, they're gonna put those on the back, the front, I don't know, but I guess they're getting us on the train now. It's 2:30. We don't leave for another hour and a half. So I guess they have plenty of time to connect all the trains and get us rolling. All right, I figured I'd take a moment to talk about the price, how much this cost. Not cheap, admittedly not cheap, but I ended up getting pretty lucky with how much I paid. So it is, you pay separately for yourself and your car. So you can put to put the car on, I had to pay $285. So, you know, I would say save some in gas money and on that I would have spent driving down to Florida. But that's, you know, that's the price, $285 for the car. Now for me, the roomette, originally when I looked, it was around almost $900 to stay in the roomette here, which is a little more than I've paid in the past. I think I've paid between $600 and $700 in the past to stay in the roomettes. It fluctuates depending on time of the year, so don't quote me on that. I looked originally, I'm like, man, so it was like almost $900 for the room. It was going to be $285 to carry my car. I was like, oh, I don't know. It's expensive. And, you know, when I make these videos, I do try to at least cover my expenses. And that was probably going to be a video that would not cover my expenses. Sometimes I will do videos that don't cover my expenses just for the experience. But anyways, so I decided that was a little much for me. So I was going to do something I'd never done on the Amtrak, and that is riding coach. I figured, you know, it's only an overnight trip. We're going to be getting to Sanford, I think, around 8 or 9 tomorrow morning. And so I was like, okay, well, if you just got a coach car, you know, you're in a seat. It's got a window. You can look out the window. It reclines. You know, I could sleep. I honestly, I have a really hard time sleeping standing up. I can't sleep on planes almost at all. But you got a reclining seat. It's bigger than a plane seat. I'm like, maybe I can make it work. It's worth the experience. I do want to do overnight in coach at some point on a train. But so I bought the coach seat, which I think was like around 190. So later I was looking on the app, and there is an option that you can actually make bids on trying to get a better room. You can like lay down how much money you're willing to spend, and it's almost like an auction. So like I put down my maximum bid on what I'm willing to pay to get an upgrade to a room. I went on there, and I think it's called Bid Up, and I looked, and the lowest you could bid to get a room was $211, and then you could like put it all the way up. I think it started at like 400 something. There's a little dial. I just pulled the dial down to 211, and I'm like, I'll try this. 211, maybe still a little more than I wanted to spend, but I'm like, it's worth a try. You know, that way I'm paying the least amount for an upgrade if an upgrade comes open. And it turns out here I am. I'm in the roomette. I think yesterday I got an email saying that my bid was accepted. Now, of course, you make the bid, and then, you know, if that's your winning bid, then you do have to pay. So you're promising to pay that amount. So I was charged the $211 to upgrade to this. But like looking back at what I would have originally paid, I saved about $500 by not buying that. Now, I don't know what it normally is. This is one experience with the Bid Up, but it worked out drastically in my favor to get that upgrade for such a good price. So it may be something I tinker with in the future. We'll just see how it goes. Let me know if anyone else has experience with bidding on the upgrades. Leave a comment in the comment section, because definitely show that it's worth at least looking into, because I got massive discount, almost a $500 discount by using that instead of just buying the roomette straight up. Oh, we just started moving. Don't want to forget these cars, though. I guess they're probably moving so that they can get everything attached. There's the clock for Lorton Station, home of the auto train. So we just stopped moving. I think they were just moving. We weren't off on our journey. I think they're moving the train around so they could get everything attached. And I guess while we were waiting, we can explore the train a little bit. All right, so passing through the dining car here, they have a lounge back this way. Okay, so this isn't like the sightseer lounge with the glass top, but it is a little place that you can hang out and look out the window. Oh yeah, back here, different kinds of tables. A little two-top there by the window. And look at this big cozy booth. Some little waters here to drink while we're hanging out. I got a little vodka and cranberry juice to kick off our adventure here. Cheers! 2 trains. Oh, what is that feeling? That's the feeling of the train moving. We are full speed ahead. Well, maybe we need to pick up a little bit of speed. I say goodbye to the beautiful fall trees of Virginia, and soon we will be saying hello to the palm trees and sun of Florida. But seriously, that is some beautiful fall foliage. Looks like we're picking up a little bit of speed. So the lounge we visited is the sleeper lounge. So you have to have a sleeper car in order to go in that lounge. You can't ride in coach and then hang out in the lounge. Most trains, the lounge is open to everyone when they have the sightseer lounge, but this one's only for the sleeping sleepers like me. I guess the rest of the people have to stay. Coach passengers have to just stay in their seats. This is the Potomac River, the conductor just said. And the conductor said that is the Quantico military base. See a little boat there. So an interesting thing is that the auto train does not make stops. Everyone that got on this train is going to Florida, and everyone gets on the train to Florida is going to Virginia. So not a lot of fresh air stops. I think they said they stop in Florence, South Carolina for a moment to just, reassess and make sure everything's going smoothly, and then they are on to Florida. So actually, as I'm sitting here, I can see a lot of train stations just whizzing past because we're not stopping. This is the Rappahannock River, the conductor said. And on the other side is Fredericksburg, Virginia. Oh, there's a train station we're whizzing by. No stops. No stops. Till Samford. Oh, and this was a bit of a surprise. This train has Wi-Fi. None of the other Amtrak trains I've been on have had Wi-Fi. Those big out west trains, none of them had Wi-Fi, but the auto train has Wi-Fi. It actually worked pretty good. What's that pyramid there? There's some autos driving alongside the auto train. Wonder if they realize how many cars there are in this train. There's another train station we're whizzing past. Currently rolling through Ashland, Virginia. Nope. Rolling through the Ashland train station. No stops. No stops on auto train. There's a statue of Secretariat, the world's most famous horse. Or one of them. I guess Seabiscuit is pretty famous too. They said the Secretariat is from Ashland, Virginia, and they actually erected a statue of the horse here in Ashland. So we have officially entered the state of North Carolina, the state I live in. So I have traveled up to Virginia to go to Florida. I've made it back home. Now I can continue on to Florida. This plan didn't make a lot of sense. I wanted to ride the auto train. And this is Rocky Mount, North Carolina. There's the Rocky Mount Event Center. Looks like they got the Christmas decorations up. Got wreaths around the light posts. My dinner has arrived. Now I do like to eat in my room because they have shared seating in the dining car. It's hard for me to vlog in a table full of strangers, so I think it's easier, and I enjoy eating here in the peace and quiet of my own room as well. So I got the trademark flat iron steak. So excited. They did not have my train shrimp, the tempura shrimp that they have on some of the other trains, but they did have the steak, so I was excited about that. You also get a complimentary adult beverage with your dinner, and I ordered a vodka and cranberry, and looks like they may have given me a little extra. But let's dig in to this steak. All right, let's dig in. Oh, in here. I'm having a little. Okay. So I was having trouble for a second. There's a plastic. I'll get a piece off. I ordered it medium rare. Just takes a little creative cutting. There we go. Let's try a bite of this flat iron steak. I missed the flat iron steak. Sadly, I don't get my shrimp. I crave the shrimp. I'm gonna have to go on a westward trip to get that shrimp again. Let's have some of this the gravy. It's definitely the steak I remember. With some green beans and carrots. As well as some mashed potatoes. We got a dinner roll. So yeah, I am so happy. Apparently a lot of the eastern trains have the more limited menu, so happy that I could get my my train steak tonight. And we have joined the Clean Train Club. Now, sadly, my beloved butter cake was not an option for dessert. Instead, they have the chocolate spoon cake, which I'm guessing is cake you can eat with a spoon, not some crusty cake that you need a knife and fork for. Oh. You can see if this cake is spoon worthy. Oh yeah, look at that. Scooped right up. Ooh. That is a chocolate blast to the face. So there are parts of North Carolina that are very rural, very empty, not a lot of towns, a lot of farmlands, things like that. So that's currently where we're passing through. It's not necessarily a lot to see out the window right now, but it's still just great to be back in a train, feeling the movement of the train barreling towards Florida. Cheers. You can see it shining through the trees there. That's the Sombrero Tower. We're passing south of the border. And with that, officially entering South Carolina. You'd be surprised how easy it is to get lost walking down a straight hallway. I think I was going the wrong direction. Pretty quiet here in the lounge. Just thought I'd come down here, see what was happening in the lounge. And we have stopped for the one singular stop here on the auto train. Stopped here in Florence, South Carolina, as they switch out the crew. Got to stay close because you don't want to get left behind. You don't want your car to get to Florida without you. Looks like there's like a hospital over there near the tracks. Yeah, so this is the one gulp of fresh air you can get from Lorton, Virginia to Sanford, Florida. Oh, look at that big moon over there over the train. So after our brief stop here in Florence, South Carolina, breathing that cool, wonderful South Carolina air, it is time to get back on the train before they leave me behind.
Oh, that's cool, you're vlogging?
There's a much smaller train rolling into the station. And here we go, rolling on into the night. So it feels so good to be back on a train. Enjoying my trip so far here on the auto train. We will be rolling through South Carolina, through Georgia, through the night, and tomorrow morning we'll be landing in Sanford, Florida. From there I will reclaim my car from back there and drive it to the Orlando area. Next week we have IAPA, the theme park trade show. I'm so excited. One of my favorite events every year. And I'll be spending probably around 2 weeks in the Central Florida area. We kind of want to focus on theme parks. You know, we're going here for IAPA, for the theme park trade show. So I want to take in the theme parks while I am in the theme park capital of the world, Orlando, Florida. So thank you so much. I'm going to get my seat here converted into a bed, and I'm going to get a few hours of sleep tonight, but we got to get up early to be off the train tomorrow morning when we arrive in Sanford. I got some more train related content coming up. I do want to do some more train trips into the new year as well. Let me know in the comment section if there's certain train trips that you'd like to see me take. I did most of the big out west trains. Not to say I won't do those again, but I'm interested. Maybe checking out some of the eastern trains east of the Mississippi, some of the Amtrak trips, and of course also scenic trains as well, scenic railways. Big fan of not only traveling by Amtrak but also of experiencing scenic railways as well. Thank you so much for coming along with me. If you like these videos, please consider subscribing. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun random stuff as I travel throughout the 50 United States. If you'd like to help out the channel, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. If you'd like to get some merchandise, some souvenirs, check down in the Etsy shop. And I am doing personalized messages on Cameo. If you'd like to receive a message from me to you, to a friend, to a family member, for any occasion, a video message, you can do that on Cameo down below. In fact, all those things are down below, and all those things help keep this train on the track. Oh my goodness. this boat on the water, and this dirigible in the air. Till next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.